Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're seeing this face for the very first time, my name is Antwiwaa. If you're not new here and you've been with me for a hot minute, welcome back to the channel. Obviously I have some explaining to do, so let's get into it. So it's been a hot minute. If you're new here, you wouldn't understand because you're just stumbling upon this channel for maybe the very first time. But if you're not new here, you know that the last time I uploaded a proper video on this channel was in July. I literally just checked. It's like 23rd or so, July 2023. So it's been about 5 months since I kind of abandoned this YouTube channel, and for good reasons. So this is more like a life update. Why do I feel like I'm stiff all of a sudden? Losing up. So this video is more like a life update. I wanted to sit with you and just give you a little, what am I calling it? A little peek into what has been happening behind the scenes. First of all, Happy New Year. Okay, let's start there. Happy New Year. It's 2024. I wish you every single thing you wish for yourself. I pray that all your dreams come true. I pray that basically everything you want for yourself, if it's according to God's will, I wish that for you too. So this video is more like a life update because I've been gone for 6 months. Some people didn't notice. I don't expect everybody to notice, but a few people noticed and they were sweet enough to send me messages. All of that stuff made me feel special, made me feel like someone out there cared about me, and it was nice. It's a nice feeling. So if you took time out to do that, thank you so much. You are literally dear to my heart. Anyway, what happened in 2023? A lot happened, but then also a lot didn't happen. I feel like I'm a new person now, which is so unexpected. It's not something I planned to do, but that is how I feel. Maybe with time I'll be able to express or properly put into words how I feel, but yeah. So where do I start? To be very transparent, of course I've been thinking about what my first video back is going to be, what I'm going to talk about, all of that. But to be very honest, I haven't sat down and made a list of what I want to talk about on this video. I felt like it would be a good thing to just sit down and just talk through what has been happening and all of that. I think at the beginning of the year I had about 3 priorities. I wanted to get closer to God. The other one I don't want to tell you yet. But then the third one was to become a very healthy, more fit version of myself. So those were like, even money was not on the list, which is weird. Why wasn't money on the list? Because it should have been on the list. Because let's not get ahead of ourselves. So I had these 3 top things on my list of priorities. So by July, I'd gotten into a sweet spot, a sweet flow, if I can call it that, where I was almost prioritizing all these things at a comfortable level. So if I remember clearly, that's where I was in July. But before July, I had periods or like moments in time where I was beginning to feel like, how do I say this? I was beginning to feel, I think that's where the transformation was beginning to happen, because I had started feeling like I needed to be a little more discreet. And if you're not new to this channel, you know that I don't particularly share every single thing that's happening in my life. So where was that feeling coming from? I don't know. I felt like online and offline, I don't know how true that statement was, because I actually haven't gone back to watch any of my videos. But in my mind, I felt like I was exposing part of myself I wasn't sure I would be comfortable about exposing in maybe 5-10 years to the public. And so I wasn't sure what to do as someone who actually enjoys documenting my life, my progress, lessons, and all of that. It was hard to come to terms with the fact that this is something I actually... Can you see my niece? No, you cannot. It was difficult to come to terms with the fact that this is actually something I enjoy doing. Like, I actually enjoy documenting my life. But also, where do I draw the line? I think that was something I was struggling with. I also felt like some relationships in my life, basically, I was in a dilemma. I didn't know if I was still okay sharing the stuff I was sharing online. I also didn't know if the stuff I shared online affected the quality of my relationships in real life. I think that was what started all of it. But before July, my birthday was in June. And usually, as you're getting older, I don't know about you, but as you're getting older, you get into this reflective mode. So my birthday was the past month before the last vlog. And if you had asked me maybe 6 years ago where I was going to be at the age I was in June, yeah, I'm really secretive about it. Not for anything, I just don't want to put it out there, okay? Don't fight me. I had gotten into that reflective mode and I felt like, okay, this is my current age, and there's some things that I would have loved to achieve that I hadn't achieved, for good reason, because I'm not necessarily in control of every single thing happening in my life. So yeah, now I've come to terms with that. I would do my best and then leave the rest to God. But back then I was a bit worried and concerned and probably thinking about it a lot and kind of reflecting and questioning my decisions and what I have done to get me to the point I was at, okay? So all of that was happening. And then by July, I had gotten into this sweet rhythm in my life that I actually really liked, maybe a little too much. And then there was a bit about feeling like I was oversharing, okay? So all of that together with other things that were happening in my life made me kind of just want to take time and proper focus on things that I felt were going to move the needle in my life. And I would say that it is in these 5 months or so that I've taken time out to properly prioritize myself. And it is one of the best things I've done for myself in a while. I'm so proud of myself for not worrying about what is going to happen to this channel, or maybe opportunities I may have had if I was still online, blah blah blah. It didn't matter. All that mattered to me at the time was making sure that I am in a good place. I was okay just doing stuff for me, and it is the best thing I've ever done for myself. There may not be a lot of physical changes. There's maybe a little bit of physical change, but we'll talk about it in a bit. But there's been a lot of change on the inside, and it feels really, really, really good. Like, it feels chef kiss. So if you want me to talk about that a little more, let me know in the comments. I kind of have like a video idea around it. Now I feel like I'm almost unrecognizable. Obviously not physically, but like 2 years, or like even January 2023, Antwiwaa would be in awe of this girl right here, because we've come a long way. Then yeah, while I was away, I took time to, if you have been following my journey, you know that I've been trying to lose some weight, but even more importantly, get to a point that I felt like I was taking very good care of myself. I was healthy and fit, and just at that point where I feel good about myself, not just physically, So I was going to the gym. I was sharing my weekly progress on here for some time, and then I decided that, okay, maybe that's a bit too much pressure, because I was feeling the effect of sharing that as well. See, that's what I was talking about when I said I was oversharing. I mean, that's one thing. But yeah, So I took time out. While I was away, I was hitting the gym. I was working on my nutrition, and I ended up losing about 16 kg, 15, 16 kg of weight. I don't want to say fat because I didn't check my fat percentage before starting, so I cannot confidently say it was all fat, right? But I did lose some weight, about, I think it's about 35 pounds, if I'm not 35 pounds, right? If I'm not mistaken. So I'm very proud of myself. I picked a goal at the beginning of the year. I stuck to it. I made a lot of progress. So you can see the byproduct of consistency, because I feel like that's what it was. I know that most of the time when people disappear, especially people that are active on social media, disappear for some time, it's either they're pregnant, or they're going through something crazy, or what else is there? They're getting married, or they're changing countries, or they're going through some huge major life transformation and all of that, which is true in some cases, but it is not my case. It is not my case at all. I just needed time to fully prioritize myself, take care of myself, nurture myself, if that's the right way to put it. Just do things for me. I'm not married, I'm not pregnant yet, I haven't moved countries, I'm still in my apartment. Have seen a few changes here and there. We talk about it with time, but not big changes, to be honest. I'm not pregnant. I've not had a baby. I've not had a major surgery. There's no sob story. I just needed time for me, and that's that. And I really wish that this year you don't go offline if you don't need to, but I hope that this year you really prioritize yourself, your needs, and what is most important. Forget about what is happening online, what your age mates are doing, and what society expects you to do, right? And just do something for yourself. Unfortunately or fortunately, I don't have any fantastic elaborate story to give you, so yeah, that's that. But I'm back, and I'll see you next week, I guess. I miss you too. Mwah. Bye guys.